So let's start with whether you're using a self-announcing argument structure or if you're using a delayed thesis. So your question is that the difference between classical argument and the Toolman model? And the answer to that is no. You can use a delayed thesis or you can use a self-announcing structure in either one of them. I do want to give you my kind of personal opinion about those two approach for explaining kind of what your claim is. So oh, my cat's taking a bath right there. Okay, sorry, distracted. I am a communication studies professor. My focus is spoken argumentation rather than written argumentation. And because of that, generally, I'm a bigger fan of the self announcing argument structure, self announcing claim. And that's because when you are speaking to an audience, it's really important to be clear so they have a general idea of what the point of you speaking is. In writing, it seems like it's a little bit easier for a delayed thesis waiting until the end to kind of clarify what your claim is. Audience members, when you're speaking, don't typically like that for two reasons. The first reason is it's just hard for them to figure out what you're talking about. And that's why if you take my Com 100 class, if you take a Com 100 class from one of my colleagues, they're often going to recommend that you have a really clear topic statement. Some people will call it a thesis statement. So the audience knows what the point of what you're saying is early in your speech. So that's one of the reasons. The second reason is sometimes when you delay a thesis, especially in spoken communication, the audience can feel like they were sort of tricked, like it's sort of a gotcha moment at the end, which can reduce all of the identification and connection and goodwill that you were trying to establish in your with your audience. I would not go as far as saying that it's never a good idea to use a delayed thesis. I would say most of the time it's not going to help you achieve your goal in public speaking, which is gaining a desired result from your audience. If you ask your English instructors, they might not have as strong of a preference for a self announcing structure, but I do. So typically in spoken communication, being clear about what your topic is, what your point is, what your goal is early on is more beneficial. Not always, but usually. So that's kind of the difference. It's not about we use one in Toolman, we use one in Aristotelian argument. It's not that. It's just what's the best way to share your claim with your audience? Do you want to share it with them early in your message, or do you want to save it till a little bit later? And I would argue in speaking most of the time, clarifying it early is a better choice.